Welcome back to Tef's Travels, everyone. Today we're going to be installing these Bosch windscreen wipers, which in true German tradition looks more complicated than it is. So yeah, you might have seen in one of my other shorts that there's been a problem with the wipers on the Volvo XC70, and I said I had to temporarily repair the end of one of these wipers with a little bit of insulation tape, because these are actually quite hard to get the correct ones for the XC70 2005. The end of this wiper came off, which you'll see if it ever focuses, and exposed the end of this, which caused a whole load of scratching. So underneath there, the wiper's kind of separated and gone into three pieces, and was scratching up the windscreen, which I will show you if I can get this off. Yeah, so you can see with that bit of tape off, this is what happens. The end of the wiper splits into three, and you're left with a nasty sort of scratchy bit on the end, which will put a great big scratchy streak across your windscreen, which is what it's done to mine. So we shall see when we get to the MOT if that's going to be a written off windscreen. So pay close attention to that little bit. It does something quite important. Let's see what's in the box. I got these from Halfords eventually. They're about 20 quid for the pair. And this is what you get. You get two different lengths, obviously, because the originals are not the same length. You get a 21-inch and a 24-inch, as you can see here. So let's have a look at the 21-inch. Well, that's nicely packaged to protect it, I suppose. There's the basic chassis of the wiper, and this little box here contains a suspiciously large amount of other stuff, which is where your problems start. Okay, there's your instructions, and you get 4 attachments. Now, it wasn't immediately clear to me which was the right attachment to use for the bit which clips on here, which then goes onto the wiper arm. So not wanting to read the instructions, obviously, I went to have a look at the old one, and unfortunately none of these items here look like what's on the existing wipers. So there's that one, and each one of these has got a little number on it. So that is number 1. You can see the number just there, number 1. Number 3, we'll come back to 2 in a second. There's number 3, looks nothing like that. Number 1 doesn't either. And number 4 looks nothing like it. Number 3 looks slightly like it, but again, not entirely. You've got on the wiper arm, metal wiper arm, which is still on the car, you've got a sort of steel tab that goes underneath there. Yeah, that could plausibly go through there, but this end here, you squeeze these together to slide it onto the arm, looks nothing like this. These are much stiffer and nothing like as long. So that was where my suspicions first got put up. So I had to then unfortunately refer to the instructions and the back of the box, where it says in true German automotive larceny, installation, you're gonna get 4 stars. Well, that's a load of bosh, if you ask me. Installation here is probably about half a star, because it has a helpful panel on the back here listing all of the models that this might fit onto, and that barely known brand, which has only been going about 100 years, called Volvo, is not listed. So that's very helpful. It does say complete vehicle application, see catalogue, boschwiperblades.com. So I went there. So if you go to boschwiperblades.com, you get this. I suppose it's going to tell me I'm a driver, so let's go with that. Maybe the professionals get more information. Right, select a vehicle. This looks promising. No, it's still loading. Passenger car, okay, make. Volvo, model. XC70. Yeah. Okay, it's just cleared all those. That's very helpful. Thank you. Thank you, Bosch. Let's clear that again. How lovely. It's really user-friendly, this. Okay, quite a specific set of dates here. 2004 to 2007. Okay, that'll be us for the 2005. See what happens. Right, wiper blades for your vehicle. XC70, yeah, front Aerotwin. That's yes, that's what we've got. Good. Rear, okay. Rear. Fine. But which Aerotwin? Original A, short code, set. Okay, which one? Use adapter number 2. Okay, and driver side, use adapter number 2. So, we have a look on here. Adapter number 2. Even though it doesn't look the same as the piece that's on the original. So that's the original. This is the current adapter number 2. They look very different. So I'm slightly concerned about this, because if we fit it and then it doesn't fit onto the arm on the vehicle, we can't take it back because it will have been at the very least scratched and quite possibly damaged. Just referring to these, this is not immediately self-explanatory, but if you take a close look at it, it could be. So it's telling you got 4 here. Which one? Refer to the charts. It's not on there, so refer to the website. And then it describes all 4. And we go to 2. So this one imagines is how to install number 2 adapters. But which one? I would say 2B looks like the arm that's on the car. So we'll go with 2B. Let's see if we get anything from that QR code. See if we get a video. Where's 2B? There one there. Oh, it doesn't seem to like it very much. Okay. Yes, cookies, thank you. Right, okay, so we're getting, I'll just turn the music off just in case there's a copyright. And it's telling us you basically just shove number 2 down. Hear a click, I guess that means. And then take it to the wiper arm. Tilt it to get that tab into that part of the clip. Yep, that makes sense. Turn it back down. Push it down further, wait for a click. Okay, that looks pretty straightforward. Let's see if that works. I'm still a little bit suspicious. This doesn't look like the old one. Okay, so you've got an arrow just there, and then you've got an arrow on the clip at that end. So let's put those matching up. Another thing that's interesting about these new ones is that pivot there is 2 bits of plastic. On the old one, it's a steel pin. I don't know if that's better or worse, because on this one at least, steel pin's falling out. So there we go. You got 2 wipers with clips installed. Let's see about fitting them onto the car. And of course, I can't remember, because I've taken them all off the car, which one was the shorter and which was the longer. Oh well. Okay, we are now outside obviously, so please excuse the wind. So I've laid the old ones and the new ones on top of each other. I know the broken one was on this side, so I'm pretty sure I've got them now in the right place. It's just going to be a pretty straightforward matter of clipping them in, I hope. So let's start with the ones on the driver's side. I'm just going to give this a quick clean in there, just in case there's any muck in there. Bring you in a little bit closer. And I'm hoping this is going to be a simple matter of poking that bit in there and pulling that back. Listening for a click, I suppose. Okay, so that seems to have clipped in quite well, but hopefully you can see what I mean about the difference in length here between that new clip and the old clip, and you know why I was slightly concerned they might not fit. The way that one's in there doesn't give you much confidence it's not going to fall out, but you know we're committed now, so we'll have to see. Let's get the other one in. Again, hopefully this will be a relatively straightforward matter. Lift that up, poke that in there, big click on both sides, and it seems to be in. Okay, there does appear to be a problem here, which is that I'm pretty sure I've installed these the wrong way around. So we'll get them off if we can and put them the right way. Okay, that looks a lot more accurate because it's not hanging off the side of the car. Right, so they're both installed properly now. As Gary's Eats would say, let's give it a go. Well, I have to say that all looks pretty good. That seemed to work. The difference in clips and the vagueness of the instructions on the box left a little bit to be desired, but that said, it does exactly what it should do, clear the water, and it was nice and quiet as well, no juddering. So all in all, I think that's a successful repair. Hope that was useful to some of you, and happy wiping.